What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Caught Offsides. I am Joe.
And I'm Alex.
And today we have a lot to talk about. The Premier League season is finally over, and Man City are four-time champions. Well, not four-time champions, 4 times in a row champions.
Oh, it feels so good to hear that.
I know you're happy about that.
I am
So we're
happy
going to
about
talk
that.
about the season in general. Then we're going to talk about City, of course, obviously. We're going to talk about Bayer Leverkusen and the big Europa League final that happened yesterday. Then we have a couple other points that we're going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about the future of the podcast, of course, again, as we have over the past couple of weeks. So we'll start off with the Premier League. Obviously, we're going to go over the scores of the last week, even though there's only one score. There's only one score that mattered.
Well, I was going to say, I think instead of going every single team, I think we should just go through the top.
Well, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to fucking talk
yeah.
about Burnley. We might because they got relegated. But
yeah, because I mean,
we're not going to talk about every team. But we're going to talk about a few of them. First, we're going to go with match day 38. We didn't get predictions because obviously Alex gave up.
yes.
In our little competition that we had, he threw in the towel. So if you did not see or listen to the podcast last week, we flipped a coin, and Alex has to get a wax strip done on his leg, which we are going to do on our live stream for the Champions League final next week. Next week, we're going to do a live stream for the Champions League final. If you didn't know that already, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It will be on our YouTube channel.
Yes, come watch us celebrate Dortmund's win.
Right. And we got, if you didn't get the background, but I have all the kits that I own in the background. I just picked up this bad boy, the USA kit.
And I am on purpose blocking the one behind me so you can't see what it is.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like it was blocked anyways. I don't think
it was blocked.
If you weren't a fan of like their rivals or of the team itself, you wouldn't know what it was.
It's Arsenal.
It's an Arsenal.
It's
kit.
Arsenal.
It's an Arsenal kit.
Honestly, I'm so glad the season's over because now, like during the season, I feel so stressed out. Because like I got work going on, I got family going on, but what stresses me out even more is on a Saturday at like 12:30 when I have to watch City play and hope they win. You know how stressful that is, man. Like,
I bet.
I'm serious, man. Like, especially that point in like, I think it was before Christmas or around Christmas, where we had only won one game in like 6 matches. Like I really thought it was over at that point. But then it just showed like, I feel like people kept saying like Arsenal and Liverpool at the time, they were like, oh, like they're way better than City and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Arsenal lost 2 games in a row. They lost to West Ham and then they lost to Fulham, the Premier League.
Well, that was like mid-season, right?
Yeah. That was like December. But like no one, honestly, this league
I was full blown in the Serie A race by that time, so I wasn't even paying fuck attention to the Prem.
So like everyone is talking about how Arsenal blew it, or how City won, or how Liverpool lost it. Who cares about Liverpool? But Arsenal, they should have. If they wanted to be champions, they should have taken advantage of City only winning 1 game in 6.
But it's also they should have. There's a lot of different moments they should have taken advantage of, and also Liverpool. So I mean,
dude, you remember how shaky it was at the beginning?
Also, City should have like they shouldn't have been in tight of a race as they were in. City should have ran away with the lead.
That's what I'm saying. If we had gotten in form, the thing is, it's like it's kind of weird, right? Because the way I think of it is, it's like in school, right? Like when you have bad grade, like when the school season's starting, like you don't really care, right? Like you're just showing up, whatever. And then once you start looking at your grades, like especially like halfway through, and you see you have bad grades, you kind of start trying harder. That's what it is with City. Like I feel like at the beginning it's like they don't have that pressure, and then towards the middle they're like, all right, guys, come on. And like now we have to start winning games because we don't want to look like bums. Like we don't want to look like United or Liverpool.
They finished 8th, right? Those are the worst finish in like the history. Crazy.
I think that's what it is. I think that City just play way better when they're not ahead by a lot.
When the pressure's on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, dude.
I mean, you can argue the other way though, because literally they still kind of like play like dog shit the last 2-3 months of the season. It wasn't until like fairly recently that they started playing.
Dude, it wasn't until they drew with Arsenal that they picked back up. And honestly,
I think even then it was
because when they drew with Arsenal, remember
started getting goals again. So the last 3 or 4 games.
Well, yeah, Haaland's a weird one because he came back after the Champions League, after the shit show that like he had. Like that was horrible, man. He played really bad. After that, it's like he came back. He took like two games off, and then he came back and just started scoring. It was weird, man. It's like everyone, like Vardiel, for example, he started the season completely like out of form. And out of nowhere, dudes just started scoring, like playing amazing defensively. I feel like everyone just like came in form at the right time.
Yeah.
And as for Arsenal, they should be proud.
No. A club like Arsenal, absolutely not. And here we are. We're here. And listen, I'm not a City fan. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm not a fan of anyone in the Prem, right? But I am a fan of making fun of a fan base when all they do is like talk shit and start to gloat about shit that they'd done 20 years ago. I'm looking at you, fucking Cowboys. I'm looking at you. But no, like you said this to me the other day. Leverkusen had literally an undefeated season, and they're the third out of three other teams. They're 3 teams.
There's 3 teams.
They're one of 3 teams who finished an entire season undefeated. One of them being Juventus, and the other one being Arsenal. And you don't hear Juventus.
I didn't even know Juve.
I didn't
even know Juve went undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that
was when Serie A was a farmers league.
Yeah, and the fact that you never even brought it up, it's just nuts because I had no idea, dude. Until I saw the stats that Leverkusen was 1 of 3, I was like, wait, Juve went undefeated at one point?
I don't care if we lose a game. I care if we lose a title because we lost a game.
Well, right. Like if you look, so the thing with the Invincibles is Arsenal is, if you look at it, right, the amount of points they got, I'm pretty sure points they got that season because I don't think it was a high number. I'm pretty sure if they had done what they did this season, they would have been in like 3rd place or 4th place even.
Right.
Let me see.
Like I really can't say anything. We had an invincible season, but like we've had so many draws.
Yeah.
So many draws in that season. You know, Leverkusen, I think they came in second. Arsenal, I think
Arsenal that season.
How many draws
they actually got a lot of points. So
how many draws did they have that season?
They had 12 draws.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So they had 90.
Leverkusen had what, 11?
11. So they had 90 points, meaning that this season they would have lost the league.
Right. It's also a different league, though. It was a different league back then.
No, that's what I'm saying. So they would have lost the league this season.
That was right before the United dominance.
My thing is, if you put this City team with Pep and you were to play in that same era, do you think City would still be as dominant?
I think they'd be even more dominant.
I would say
because I think it's the same thing when you talk about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Like you can't really compare the two because they're in different generations. You know, like the physicality of today's game is a lot different from back then. So you can't really compare the two. I feel like now everyone's faster, everyone's stronger than they were back then. So
well, I feel like but the difference is before like players could take a hit. Now I feel like you barely touch them.
That's because, you know, like they didn't really make a big deal about it back then. Now it's like, oh, I got to protect me and my money, about my well-being. You can't foul me because that injures me and that puts me in a position to lose money, to help my life, help my family. Back then, they didn't give a fuck about that. They fucking played games and then they went to the bar after the game.
I feel like City, if they were to play in that old era, would make everyone look like bums.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because I feel like City would literally not, like, they would just keep the ball. I don't think the pressing wasn't as good before. I feel like teams would just, I could see City just destroying the league.
I feel like the way things are right now, I think the older Italian teams, like I'm talking like AC Milan, you can throw Inter and obviously Juventus. Those teams could withstand some of the teams today, just off a skill.
Yeah,
just off a skill. I don't really like some like classic Barcelona and Real Madrid teams probably could withstand like the teams of today. And I don't really see anyone else. If you put City and then all those teams up in a league and simulate the league for the year, City will still be on the top. And then like the margin between those teams will be insane.
And last year City, I don't think they got 90 points. They got like 89. But the only reason they didn't hit 90 or whatever they were supposed to hit was because by then the league was over and Pep was literally just playing the kids.
If you got to think about it, like this season statistically was the best Premier League season of all time. The most goals were scored this year.
No, well, okay, in that sense, yeah, but I would say the best season, like out of every season, would probably be the Liverpool versus City one back in 2019.
That's why I said statistically. That's why I said statistically.
More exciting, dude.
To be honest, this was very exciting too.
No, it was, but you know how exciting that Liverpool race was, dude? City got 98 points and Liverpool got 97. And that was the season after City had gotten 100 points. So they pretty much replicated. They had to replicate what they did the year before.
Your first Premier League title was
2012.
That was the year. Was that the year they scored last second when it was like them Arsenal?
It was us in Liverpool. It was us in United.
No, Arsenal was in there too because I remember they were in first place going into
2014. You're probably thinking 2014 because Liverpool had it and then they lost it because of Gerrard's slip. But I'm pretty sure Arsenal had a part to play.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was such a long time ago, and I obviously don't care about.
You know what's crazy?
Any of those teams.
2014, we had to win the last game.
Mm.
And what's crazy,
10 years later,
we played West Ham in 2014.
Yeah. 10 years later,
we won 2-0. This year, we played West Ham. We won 3-1, which is a two-goal
difference.
That is nuts, man. 10 years.
That's literally 10 years.
You know what's crazy? The day before City played West Ham, I was at work. And it came back to my head. I was like, wait. Back in 2014, City played West Ham, and I searched it up just to make sure, and they did. So that honestly made me feel like better, more calm. Just because in my head I was like, you know what happened last season, or not last season? What happened 2 seasons ago when City were losing 2-0 to Aston Villa, and then they came back to win 3-2 with Gundogan. That was exactly 10 years from the Aguero moment.
Crazy.
So it's like, that's why I was like, you know what?
History repeats itself.
Yeah, history is repeating itself, especially with City. It's weird.
So, like, going into the game last weekend, I turned on the game, and the second City went up 1-0, I was like, it's over. The title's done.
You just turned it off?
I turned it off. No, I literally turned it off.
You turned it off?
In fact, trying to turn it off, that's when I broke my phone.
Oh,
I told you I broke my phone. That's why I didn't text you.
Broke your phone.
So I had my phone. I had my phone on top of the carpet machine. I work at a Home Depot, guys. So it's
yeah.
I work at a Home Depot, guys. So I'm gonna talk It makes sense. Okay. If you don't know Home Depot, it's a hardware store. Let's just get that. So we sell carpets, right? We sell carpets. And I had my phone on top of the carpet machine. I'm watching the game. The phone fucking falls off the back of the carpet and slams right on the back of my phone. So like I was pissed.
You
I had to
worked
go
on a
get
Sunday?
it Saturday.
Oh, Sunday.
It was Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, so then what the fuck was I watching?
Fuck were you watching? Fuck.
Okay, I'm lost.
Did you go to
I am
work?
sorry.
Did you go to work by accident?
I did not work on Sunday. I did not work on Sunday.
Barnes and Nobles.
Jesus Christ. No, I did not break my phone at Barnes and Nobles.
Listen, point is, you broke your phone thanks to City.
I broke my phone. No, I did literally what I told you happened. I did break my phone on Saturday. I broke my phone on Saturday. What I told you about Sunday when they scored the first goal, that was correct as well. I did shut off the game when they scored the first goal.
Well, listen, I was nervous as hell because they scored a goal in the 45th minute. And honestly, I'm sitting there thinking, why? It's like City, like, it's like they just like thought it was over. Because like they kind of were just like cruising it, like passing the ball side to side. No really intent to going back forward. And when they scored, I was like, here we go. Because so I saw a picture on Twitter.
Was it 1-1 or 2-1?
It was 2-1. So I saw a picture on Twitter like a few days before the match where someone was Arsenal fan was putting like a scenario where it was like Man City versus West Ham. It was like 2-2, and then Emirates Stadium, Arsenal Saka 1-0 in the 90th minute. So, dude, that kind of worried me because I was like, dude, Arsenal were 1-1 at the time. So I was like, no, hold on, no. Yeah, it was 1-1. It was 1-1 at the time. They had scored, and then when they scored, that's when West Ham scored. So I was like, this is set up for Saka to just score in the last minute and City to draw. But thankfully, Rodri, 2 years in a row now, scoring big goals, scores the third one to make us champions. And by the way, I'm wearing a Villa kit. Not because I support them, obviously, the fuck, but it's more because without them, the league wouldn't have been won. Because let's be honest, that game that they lost to Villa, that's what sealed it for City. And also, it's got Grealish on the back, so, you know.
Nice. To move on.
Oh wait, Joey, is that it? Are we done with City?
I don't know. Are we done with City? I felt like we talked a lot about City.
Yeah, I know we are, but I just wanted to say
we talk about City all the fucking time.
Yeah,
every single podcast.
I know we do.
So
but,
I mean, like, if you're not done talking about City, I'd be shocked.
Well, I was gonna say because you were the only one that kept faith in City when I didn't. When the things got tough, I got you a little keychain.
Oh,
yeah, of course, bro. You know me. Actually, I lied. I got you one of my kits.
Yeah,
it's your size.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, I wore this one, but I have washed it. But I would wash it again if I were you. But yeah. Thank you.
So you did. You could have.
Thank you, bro, for keeping faith in the best team.
You're welcome. You know,
welcome to the family.
Oh, God, you see, it's ironic. He says, "Welcome to the family," because I made him part of my YouTube Premium family. So,
yeah, that's right.
So you're welcome.
That's right. Yeah. I figured
because I literally transcended your life, your kid's life, your wife's
everyone's life is
your uncle's life too.
Everyone's changing for the better because of Joey and YouTube Premium. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's
shout out to YouTube Premium, not a sponsor, but
if everything goes wrong next season, it's probably right here in this moment.
Yeah, yep. I'll give you the jersey back if everything goes.
If everything goes horribly wrong,
too.
Of course, man. I had to get you De Bruyne.
So now we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is the Europa League final. And boy, oh boy,
what a shit show!
What a shame! What a shame! I just want to say it right now. As a Juventus fan, I will take credit for this Europa League final.
Why?
Because The last team they played.
Oh, you're right. You guys
was
just beat
Juve.
them, dude. You guys just beat them, and you
that-
guys made them look like bums.
We made them look like shit.
Yeah.
So I will take this Europa League final. All right. But if you don't know, Atalanta beat Leverkusen 3-0.
So
Bayern Leverkusen is no longer NeverLOSEN.
So I was leaving work actually, and the game had already started, like barely just started. I got a notification on my phone saying like Europa League finals off to like a flying start. Like the fuck out, and I thought it was like Bayern Leverkusen already scored like 1 or 2. They were 1-0 down, but then again 1-0 down again to Leverkusen. I was like, you know what, Leverkusen's gonna. They're gonna come back. Dude, I get home, I turn on the TV, it's 2-0. I was like, what? And now yeah, that happened. They absolutely got dunked on by Atlanta. But you know what? The funny thing is, right? I'm pretty sure none of us here had seen a Bayern Leverkusen game until yesterday.
No, I watched a little bit.
You watched a little bit of them? Because
I watched.
Watching them,
I was watching the last 20 minutes of them clinching the title.
Well, yeah, that's different though. I'm saying like in general, an actual game.
Yeah,
like, did you sit down to watch a whole?
No, because fucking the Bundesliga is a farmers
That's
league.
what I'm saying. But like, it's funny, right? Because everyone was like, "Oh, Bayern Leverkusen, dude, they play like absolute shit." And I don't know if that's because they changed something. I didn't watch Bayern Leverkusen like that,
dude.
But dude, they played like
literally
shit.
got outplayed. They literally just got out. It's not like
I'll be honest with you.
It's not like they were just not making chances. They literally they couldn't even get the ball out of their own end of the field.
You know what that shows me, dude? And this was my concern is they did this in the league. They did this in the league. Bless you, by the way. They did this in the league where they were losing and then they would draw. But dude, I feel like they wouldn't have won the league if Bayern hadn't they fucked themselves over. Dude, the amount of draws they had, like, I feel like it's all chance. I feel like Xavi, yeah, he's a good coach, but he has to prove himself more because I feel like there was way too many close calls. Way too many close calls.
At the same time, I feel like that's every year with some Bundesliga club. Like last year, that happened to Dortmund. They missed out because they just weren't good enough.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is
fucking Bayern has the Harry Kane curse.
Yeah, now they do. And Vincent Company, by the way.
So yeah, we'll get to that. I don't think that's gonna save anything, but yeah, no, I feel like with that league, it's every year. Something's gonna happen, and that's gonna either cause Bayern to win the league, or it's gonna be some crazy story of like a Leverkusen. It just so happened to be this year.
No, but what I'm saying is like I feel like watching them yesterday, I feel like Xavi doesn't convince me as a good coach. Like, no, not as a good coach. I should say as like someone that's gonna dominate. Like, if he goes to another league, I don't think he does what he does.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I just think if you put him in a top team in Europe, and one of the top 3 leagues, if you put him in one of those top teams in the top 3 leagues, he will thrive.
Well, we're gonna have to see. He probably
won't win the league titles, but he'll thrive.
We'll have to see. I mean, what I'm looking at is consistency, because I don't want a coach like him, for example, wins everything. Well, wins the league this year, and the next year it all goes to complete shit. Then where do you go from there? Like, where's he gonna go from there? Because now everyone next year is expecting him to go again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it all depends on
like what happens. What happens if, like, I don't know, they end up 5th?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
like,
still
where would he go? Where would he go now?
If he ended 5th, it'd still be somewhat of a success story for them, because before he took them over, they were 11th.
Yeah, no, but you gotta remember, look at Leicester City. Yeah. They won the league. And then what happened next season? Everything went to shit. Coach got sacked.
Everything. They were top 4.
No.
Yeah. Or they might have just missed top 4.
They went straight. They were in the lower half, I think. And the coach got sacked.
I don't think
so. Renata got sacked like halfway through the season, dude.
I'm thinking you think it's the that did happen, but I don't think it happened the year after they won the league. I think it happened like the year after that.
Because remember, Nady, he got sacked because they were literally floating around the relegation zone. I think that's my concern with Xavi. I think it's good that he's staying another year to prove himself.
So. I think it's just Atalanta was the better team. I think they play in a better league.
Doubt. Yeah,
they were the better team. They have better players.
I mean, no doubt they were better. They won, obviously.
Frimpong is pretty much your best player, and he played like shit.
He was trash.
Did absolutely fucking nothing.
But that's my thing. Frimpong played as like a striker. He's not a striker. What's he doing there?
And that's what they've been doing all year.
It was so weird watching them play. Because like I said, no one had really seen them play. I feel like other than their fans, no one had really seen them actually play a whole game up until yesterday. And then that happened, dude. Like, what happened in the league? Because all I saw from the league were like clips people would put in like the final minutes where like they would score a winner or a draw or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, no, very disappointing from them. I thought they were gonna win. I didn't think Atalanta had what it takes after we upset. Well, not upset. Well, yeah, we were underdogs in the cup final.
Juve's underdog and everything.
Yeah. Well, right now the future is looking bright for Juve, and we'll get to that later. Well, man, I'm telling you. But yeah, big story with 51 games, man. 51 games unbeaten. Shit's over.
Well, I mean, they won the league undefeated, so
that's another thing. Is that now I feel like that'll do them good because they don't have that pressure.
Yeah.
They don't have that pressure of staying unbeaten.
I mean, it would have been nice.
Yeah, but still, they have the all-time leading record of unbeaten streak.
Don't they have a final to play as well?
Yeah, it's the Copal or Pokal
or something like that. Yeah, that's they have. So they have something to play for. I mean, if they lose that, then it'll be a very disappointing way to end the season.
Yeah, but I don't even think they're playing Bayern. They're playing some other team.
But still, you never know, dude.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. Like against German competition, I don't think anyone can touch them besides maybe Bayern. And the fact that they're not playing Bayern in the cup final,
it's just so disappointing, man. Like I said, I can't get that image out of my head yesterday of them playing and Frimpong playing as a striker and trying to do. It just felt so weird, man. It felt so weird. Like I expected to see like prime Barcelona here. You know what I mean?
Yep. Anyways, moving on. We're gonna go into our first topic. You have here Ederson potentially leaving Man City.
I came out of nowhere.
I don't know anything about this. This was your topic.
Yeah, Fabrizio yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Is it today? Today's Thursday. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah,
or was it today?
No, 2 days ago. Fabrizio posted on Twitter exclusive Ederson to Saudi League. It's a very likely possibility. And you know what it is? Ederson's a crybaby, bro.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Like this man, like Ortega's finally stepping up, and you saw his reaction when they took him off against Spurs. Like, dude, you're injured. You have a broken eye socket. Like you can't play, man. And then Ortega does that amazing save against Son, and then everyone's talking about how Ortega is, really good, a really good option.
I personally
there's no way that these news come out right after. This is Ederson's agent,
so this
trying
is
to get more money.
Ronaldo.
He's trying to get more money from City. That's what it is. To be honest.
Well,
That's
I mean, I listen, especially this season, I don't see how Ederson is good. Yeah, he might be one of the best keepers in the Prem, but he's not world class keeper. He's good with his feet. He's world class, with his feet.
But that's the thing.
As a keeper, I wouldn't trust him with a bag of chips, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. Like I feel like we do need him though. With his feet, we do need the distribution.
No. Pep needs him with his feet. You can build up from the back without a keeper like that.
No, look at United, bro. Onana.
Yeah, but that's United. United doesn't have defenders like you have.
Okay,
you don't have a
that's
Kyle
true.
Walker that's like 3 million miles an hour.
Yeah, he is getting old. No, but I think it's just his agent trying to get more money. I'll be really shocked if he leaves. I just think it's his agent trying to get more money.
I feel like Pep should call his bluff and let him leave if he fucking leaves.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like City are put in this situation now where they kind of have to, because Ortega wants to be number one. Ederson obviously wants to be number one. So both of them, their contract. I mean, if they get an offer for one, like something's gonna happen. One of them is 100% leaving, and my gut feeling is probably gonna be Ortega, which sucks because he's been a really good. Like without him, this league wouldn't have been won.
No, absolutely, because if Ederson was still in it, the fucking Son would have scored that.
He's scoring.
There's no way that he saves that. Like he's good with his feet, but there's no way he could have like stopped it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like I don't know like an equivalent to what's going besides the Ronaldo thing. Like there's like no one's bigger than the club. No, like, it doesn't matter what club you are. No one's bigger than the club. This club's always first.
Especially Ederson. Like I mean,
maybe in the Saudi league with Ronaldo.
The only concern I have, Joey, is there's no goalkeepers out. Look at him and say he's the next big thing. Like I feel like that's the hardest position to find.
Well, I also think that's what you call it. That's also like impossible to do now because everyone cares about scoring. Like they don't even care about defense anymore. Like if you think about it, like for the most part, the tactics are like you push your defenders push up when they have the chance and go attacking like offensive. There isn't that masterclass where you just sit and clamp down a team. You don't get that anymore. So I feel like goalkeepers in general, like you'll have good goalkeepers who have like certain traits and whatnot, but you don't have that. Petr Cech. You can't find a keeper like that or Kasper Schmeichel.
I wanted Petrovic from the Revs before him, but I honestly really wanted Petrovic in case Ortega had left because I thought he was going to leave. This season started. But he ended up going to Chelsea. I haven't heard of another goalkeeper potentially, making way.
All good, bro. It's falling down. Just like Arsenal's title hopes, it's falling down, bro.
Arsenal, what a bunch of losers, man.
If anything, it's only because you just exposed the kid.
Did you know that they had a day before all the players and the coaching staff went to the stadium they had everything set up. They did like a celebration. Like they were practicing.
Really?
Dude, it's the pathetic. Like, oh man.
You don't practice that, bro.
Dude, yeah, like
you don't practice
and
that.
Honestly,
you just go and do it. Like, first of all, you could have practiced it if you were gonna win the title. And you should have won the title.
No, and honestly, that made me nervous too because I was like, dude, why are they like? Look, they had the trophy and everything, man.
Look, maybe that's the Premier League who makes them do that because they have to do that right out of right after the game. They have to go do the celebration and the whole medal thing and the trophy celebration and whatnot.
I feel like maybe because it's their first. City have done it.
No, I think every team does that. Like they do it for cup finals, and they knew that it was coming down to the day.
You know how heartbreaking that would be to you know how heartbreaking it would be to see your team or like you as a player a day before see the trophy right there. And then
I would decline. I wouldn't even fucking do it.
Yeah, dude. I feel like
that's like a bad omen right there.
That's like torture, man.
That's torture, like why are you gonna that's bad juju. Like why are you gonna celebrate a title win when you don't even win the title? So it's like getting a tattoo.
That's torture, man. You don't wanna.
Speaking of tattoos, since they won 4 in a row, you're gonna get a tattoo?
I would love to, if my wife lets me. I would love to get 4 tattoos.
That'd be sick. Just have it right here. The four
Premier League
titles and the years. That'd be dope.
Dude, you know how tough that is to win 4 Premier League?
You should just get all the titles. What is it? 6 now?
Don't even fit me, dude.
It's 6, right?
It's 6 in Pep's era.
Yeah, 6.
But
no, wait, no.
They got 8. Yes. They got 8.
They have 8. Yeah, so you should get all 8. Like one right after each other.
You pay for it, I'm down.
I'll pay for one. You know Kyle?
Kyle?
Yeah. He used to work Met. Yeah.
After we get over with the pod, I'll.
Okay.
Don't even mention.
All right. Oh no, I know where you're going with that. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I don't. I know. I understand. Never mind. You don't have to say anymore. Next topic. Big shocker. Pochettino gets fired by Chelsea. They get fired by Chelsea. He got fired, but they said it was a mutually agreed to part ways.
That's a great segue.
Right.
By the way.
Right. I know.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pochettino gets fired out of nowhere, dude.
It wasn't out of nowhere.
No, well, I mean, no, it was.
Listen,
it
so
was.
So I understand. Like if it is, it's not shocking, but at the same time, it is shocking. Granted, how well they've been playing to end the season. Like I feel like they finally found their footing. It just happened at the wrong time. And Chelsea, you know, they have been playing good football lately. The second half of the season is pretty much they were one of the best teams. So
the only reason why I say it happened out of nowhere is just because I thought that they were playing well. And I towards the end of the season, I thought they were playing well. And I honestly thought they're going to give him the second season. You know, the first season he already settled in. Second season was going to be his. Because, dude, a lot of those players that are there aren't even his signing. Like, other coaches sign. So, and I feel like all the players were getting used to him. Like, Cole Palmer was talking about how he really liked working with him. And remember, Pochettino's the best coach when it comes to young players, man. Look at what happened with Dele Alli. I feel like you can compare him to Cole Palmer, just the way they were both playing.
And Dele Alli kind of fell off a cliff once he left.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So while he was there, Dele Alli was the next big thing.
Yeah. Like
he even won young player of the year.
Yeah, it was scary. Him, Son, and Kane was like a 3-headed dragon.
Right.
Bro.
So now Cole Palmer is without Poch. I think
Cole Palmer would be good with or without him.
I think so too, but you never know, man. Whoever comes in might be a completely different coach who might not want to attack the same way. Because right now, Chelsea, the way they attacked, it was like freedom. Like, go do whatever the fuck you want. You know?
Mm-hmm. Who do you think goes to Chelsea?
Well, Zerbi got fired, or didn't get fired. I think he quit from Brighton. Maybe De Zerbi. I heard a rumor. Maybe Tuchel.
He's gonna go back to Chelsea.
I heard a rumor, bro.
Man. I can see that. I can see Chelsea has made so many dumb mistakes, in the front office.
They're saying McKennie. Who the fuck is McKennie, dude?
I don't know. Weston, because he plays for us.
No. There's this coach McKennie.
Fuck it, I'm gonna throw it out there. Allegri.
Yo, it wouldn't surprise me, dude. It wouldn't surprise me.
The fact that they're making all these, I feel like out of everything they've done over the past couple of years, that's been so stupid. I feel like this is going to be the worst mistake they've made, firing Poch.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, dude. Like I said, they were finally getting used to him. They were finally playing good.
I think that
what did they win four games in a row now?
He hasn't won anything, but neither has anyone else.
But dude, he took them to a final at least,
right?
And then he took them to a semifinal where they should have won. It's not his fault they didn't win, dude. That was literally their players who couldn't score. Because they should have won.
It was what? They play Liverpool in the Champions League final?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
Spurs.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's
what I thought.
I was there.
What'd you call it? Yeah, my cousin's kid. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right, man.
Random scream. Like, I'm sorry. I promise no one's getting murdered upstairs. No one's getting murdered upstairs. Besides someone's ears. But yeah, it's a big loss for Chelsea. They're not going to recover from it. So,
No, dude, Chelsea. I think Chelsea are done being a top 6 team. I think their time is up.
I don't think it's relegation time for them.
No, it's not. I think it's more
like what is this owner doing?
I think it's more mid-table. I think they're going to be more of like but you never know, man. You never.
I don't know. I feel like all the London teams are.
But listen, speaking of coaches getting fired, Bayern Munich obviously fired Tuchel back in February, and apparently, company is new coach.
Like confirmed.
Bayern. It's basically done. Like
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. So all they're doing now is the clubs are negotiating the wages now. So Bayern are going to pay Burnley a fee or whatever they owed,
and to buy him out of his contract and shit.
But it's basically he's basically said yeah. But
hey, I mean, good for him. I mean,
you relegate a team and then you get a call from Bayern. Of course, you're gonna say yes.
You go from the best league in the world, get relegated, and then fucking go to a farmers league.
Farmers league. Hey, but you know what?
Where you have Harry Kane.
You know what? I feel like it's a good job for him because now, like, it's been. Listen, the reason why it was a farmers league before, because of Pep. To be honest.
What are you talking about?
Bayern?
No, it's been a farmers league before Pep.
No, but I'm saying like in everyone's mind, like, oh, it's a dude. Yeah, they've won it, but you gotta remember last year they barely won it. The year before when Ancelotti was there, dude, we're talking about Ancelotti, the guy who fucking won Madrid Champions League, who's won them leagues. He got fired from Bayern because he was losing out on the league. And that's not too long ago. That was right before he went to Everton or wherever the fuck.
Yeah, but that's not like a goal. That's an expectation.
I know, but it's what I'm saying is it's not. I don't think it's as easy as people say it is. Win the league at Bayern. I feel like
when I say Farmers League, I mean there's only like 2 teams that realistically have a shot in the beginning of the season to win the title. Whereas like you can't say that. You can't say that. For some of the other, like you can't say that in the Prem. Obviously, you have City.
Now you,
but no, because like Liverpool was always there. Arsenal has always been there. You always have that threat every other year that United might make a run, and they look like they might. Now you have to add Villa into that mix. The top 10, it's very competitive.
True.
Like
that is very true.
This year is proof of that. So like you can't call the Prem a farmers league. You can't call Serie A a farmers league. You can call the other 3 leagues in the top 5 a farmers league because every year it's the same teams, the same 2 teams. It's either Madrid or Barcelona. You added Girona this year, but realistically, were they going to win the fucking title? No.
Girona,
PSG. It's always been PSG. You have a year or 2 where it's like a shocker. Like fucking Lille win the fucking, or Nice, whatever team won the fucking Liga.
The Liga. Yeah, no.
But like you don't like there's not like a team outside of 2 teams that have a shot.
Yeah, no. But I think it's gonna be good for him. I think he's gonna prove a lot of people what he can do.
I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, no doubt. I think at Burnley they kind of let him down with the signings.
The signings. They made signings for the championship.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
think
they made lateral moves.
And honestly, I watched a few Burnley games, and man, the amount of chances that they would miss is it's that type of thing. It's like, what more can the coach do? If the players can't score, what more can he do? Like that game against Chelsea versus City in the FA Cup. What more could Poch do? The players miss. That's on them. It's not his fault that Nicholas Jackson's missing all these chances. Mm-hmm. He's getting them into the right areas.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think he's going to be a good coach for Bayern, man. I honestly cannot wait.
He's inheriting a great squad.
He is. And honestly, I cannot wait to get myself a Bayern jersey with company's name on the back. Iconic.
Do you have a City jersey?
With company's name?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
I do not. was never big into having defenders'
Defenders.
names on
Yeah.
my back. And honestly, as the more I grew up, I kind of stopped wearing like most of the City jerseys you see. I don't have names on them.
So you just buy like the
I
regular
just buy
ones.
like the ones I wear. I just buy the
Yeah,
'cause,
that's pretty much every single one of these jerseys have no names on the back.
like I don't like wearing names on the back. It's just I don't know. It feels very. I don't know. It's not my name. You know. It's like I get it. It's cool, but it's just like other than the Messi jersey for Argentina. Other than that, not even the one I have doesn't even have his name.
The Messi jersey is the only one that I have that's has a name on it.
That's because it's Messi, you know.
Yeah.
But like I never.
But yeah.
And also, again, speaking of coaches, Juve, bro.
Oh yeah,
Talk
good
about Juve,
segue.
bro.
Good segue, man. So, did we talk about this last podcast? That
Briefly. No, we did mention it. Yeah, we did.
Allegri got sacked.
And we did mention that Thiago Motta.
Did we?
We briefly. It was like briefly, like that. They were talking
on the podcast. I'm talking.
Yeah,
about
yeah, in the podcast. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
So whether we did or not, there's a lot of shit that happens. We're gonna recap. Okay, so obviously Juve won the Coppa Italia. Literally 2 days afterwards, they fired Allegri. They sacked him. They gave the bogus excuse of how Allegri acted during the cup final and how like the tensions between the two, the president of football operations and Allegri. No, they wanted to get Allegri out from the beginning, and this was just their opportunity to do that before the season ended, right? Because the building pressure of the fans being so sick and tired of how Juventus have been playing has been building up to the point where they cannot ignore it anymore. We won the cup final, but that literally went against like how Allegri played the entire season, how Allegri prepared the team the entire season. And that was like the final straw. I was like, you mean to tell me you could have gave us that the entire second half of the season, but you didn't? That was the straw that broke the camel's back. So they said that they sacked him because of how he acted during the cup final. But that's the real reason. And it's a blessing in disguise because, yeah, I feel bad for Allegri because he's done a lot for us. He's won multiple titles. He's the winningest coach in Juventus history.
I was going to say, he came back to you guys when you guys were in a
dire need.
Yeah, shit show.
But like I said, it's a blessing in disguise because we have our man. We have the man who brought, I think it's Monza. He brought Monza into Serie A, kept them afloat, then went over to Bologna. And Bologna is now has qualified for the Champions League.
Yeah.
And now he is the new coach of Juventus. I'm talking about Thiago Motta. I'm so excited because he's so like compared to other managers, he's so young. Like he's 41. He's 41.
He's another company, man.
He's 41 and he's gonna breathe life into all these young players and all these players that have talent that Allegri never gave the time of day.
That's the thing. Like all these coaches that are coming up, they're all young. Like you got Company, you got Thiago Motta, you got Mikel Arteta.
So we just actually you told me about Motta signing. I saw like shit where it was like going to happen, but it wasn't confirmed yet. This morning when I woke up. And I knew it was going to happen, but it obviously wasn't out yet as confirmed because all the players whose contracts were coming up or soon to be coming up within a year or so, they just re-signed extensions. I think the only one left is McKinney. Like Cambiaso. I can't pronounce his dude. It starts with he played in the cup final. I can't pronounce his name. He resigned. Gatti resigned. Dude, Yildiz was the first one. We are gonna be good again. This is the beginning of the comeback for Juventus in terms of like being one of the top powers in Europe.
Top powers. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't know much about Motta, but I'm just excited that all these young coaches are getting their chances because at the end of the day, let's be honest, they're all not auctioning, auditioning. I should say. What the fuck was that? Auditioning. They're all auditioning for like the next big thing. All these company could have easily gone to Chelsea because apparently they asked him, but he said no. Why? At the end of the day, what he wants to do is coach City. I don't know Mota. I don't know what his goals are, but if he does good, you know, the end goal for most of these is Barcelona or Madrid. One of those. Like you look at Hansi Flick. Apparently, he's going to Barcelona. Dude, what we only knew about him from
didn't Xavi resign?
Yeah, but you haven't heard what's going on over there? Oh my god, it's a shit show, man.
I mean,
listen, are we done with Mota?
No, I want to fucking keep talking about
Mota, dude.
No, like I've talked about it before. How like all these archaic philosophies in football have to go on the wayside, and we have to get new philosophies with like fresh blood in the water. And this is the first step. He's done it with 2 teams already. Monza, I think it's Monza. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely completely wrong, but definitely with Bologna, he absolutely they were low, like not bottom of the table, but like bottom half of the table. And he's brought them up really, really quickly. So I mean, given the talent we have on our team, the roster, and we finish 4th technically. We have one more game to go, but if I don't see us flip like jumping over Bologna, but we finished 4th with the roster we have, given the shit tactics that we've been putting forward every game this year. If we have his attacking mindset, bro, there is no way we're not challenging Inter for the league title next year. There's no way. No way. And then same thing with Champions League. There's no way we're not challenging for at least semis.
I think he should focus on the league. I don't think he should. Yeah, obviously try the Champions League, but that's what lost Arsenal.
But here's the thing, though. We've won like 9 league titles in a row. As a Juventus fan, I could care less if we win the Serie A. Yeah, this year I cared because it literally was a possibility for us, and that's the only thing we really could have done. That and the Coppa Italia. So, this year, before this whole speculation with Allegri and all that shit, he was looking forward to competing in the Champions League with Bologna. And I feel like he still is looking forward to that, but with Juventus. And now he has a realistic opportunity to win the Champions League, depending on how good of a job he does. And
imagine next season Bologna wins it.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But that's football for you, though. It's football for you. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Juventus. I'm excited for it might not be this season. It might not even be next season. But at least I have faith that we're gonna go into the next few years knowing that we're gonna be playing our best football. So that's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's
Champions League money, man. Champions League money.
Yeah, that money's gonna come in handy, man. Yeah, I mean that's all I have to say, man.
Didn't you have something else you wanted?
Oh, the Barcelona thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, real quick, because, dude, so Xavi resigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
It did a whole press conference, everything. Apparently, after one of the games, Xavi does another press conference where he's talking about their finances, Barcelona's. And he said he was mad real. He said it. He's like, we don't have money to buy, like, good players. Like, not good players, but he worded it different. He said he said they're broke, right? President fucking hated that.
Well, I mean, it's not even a secret. Everyone knows that.
I know. So, but the president hated that. He hated the fact that Xavi spoke like that about the club. He hated it so much that he's now looking for another coach. Mind you, apparently Xavi hasn't been told shit. No one has informed them. Nothing. So all of this is happening behind his back, and he's finding out through the newspapers.
It's crazy.
So apparently Hansi Flick is like more likely to be the next coach next season, which is not.
Mm. So it's next year is going to be another year. Madrid winning the league, huh?
Yeah, probably. But that's all I have to say. That's quick. Just stupid.
Well, I mean, you can't really.
Yeah, there's not much to say because nothing's happened yet. So who knows?
But the other thing is, like, he doesn't really deserve it. He won the league last year.
Yeah,
he won the league last year with the same team. Might I?
Yeah, I know. But remember,
so I guess that also is damning. But he is correct though. He's correct.
Well, no, exactly.
They spent all their money.
Who is going to succeed at a club where there's no money? Like, we're in football, dude. Like,
well,
teams are spending money.
Another thing is like you also got to say that the Spanish government.
Yeah, I know,
because they run the league.
I do,
and you know how much they want to get in bed with Madrid.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they wouldn't let Messi play for free because Messi would have played for free if they would have allowed it.
Oh yeah,
you know, he didn't want to leave to go to PSG.
But that's all I have to say about that.
It is what it is. You got nothing else to say at all?
Nothing else, man. Just stay tuned next Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
June
there probably won't be.
1st.
There probably won't be a podcast then next week.
No,
because we're doing the live stream.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be sick. The game starts at 3. We'll try to get it going at 2:30. How about the lineups?
Oh no, like 2:00.
And o'clock.
Yeah, 2:00.
All right. Well,
I also plan on doing like a test stream. Maybe I'll do like a thing on EAFC.
Yeah.
Just to test out the stream, see how it does, getting it ready for the Champions League final. But yeah, with that being said, make sure you follow us on Twitter. We have a new Twitter account that would be down below in the description of both the YouTube video and the podcast itself. Wherever you get your podcasts. I have been Joe.
I'm Alex.
And I hope you guys have a good day. This has been Caught Offsides. See you next time.